Lame on.
Because he cool.
Yes. Old Soldier's maybe the coolest character to have ever existed.
Always be an old
existence.
soldier.
I wish I could identify like every part that he's made up out of.
There's many
too
parts.
Good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah.
many parts.
Yeah.
Read it, guys. Look at this image. It's
This leads
incredible.
us beautifully into your hot take, though.
Yeah,
Right.
because old soldier is a pretty big part of your hot take.
I wouldn't say pretty big.
Yeah, I mean,
I would
it's
say
a
he's
pretty
an
big part of
element.
your
He's
hot
a,
take.
he's a pretty big
he's-
part of my heart.
Yeah. Of all the parts of my heart. So, not only is Astro City a self-help book, but it possibly is also...
Like a Toy Story situation.
What?
Or I haven't really decided. Is it a Toy Story situation? Help me figure this out.
Toy
guys.
Story like
Is-
Pixar's Toy
Is
Story.
this what happens when we're not looking? Is this what happens when we just throw all the toys in the box?
Toys have sentience.
the GI Joes, the Barbie dolls, all you name it, all in the same toy box, and we shut the lid.
I'm not going to lie. Even as an adult, this thought frightens me.
This is what's going on behind the scenes.
I'm not comfortable with the toys in this room right now.
Or is this,
Yes.
whole comic just a ploy to, oh my gosh, you guys are looking at a bunch of toys behind me, like,
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like that.
man.
I feel like that.
should I
Barons-
turn around?
Your head is flanked by a shelf of monitos up there.
Yeah,
Why monitos?
I feel like Baron Zemo is judging us right now.
She knows.
No, but I like this take here where the entire book is just a marketing ploy. It's like a pitch.
Which was huge in the 80s and 90s.
It's a toy
This is
pitch.
true. This could be his attempt to have
Comics
his own Ninja Turtles.
and
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
were created just to sell
This is
toys,
his Street
just to market
Sharks.
toys. Yeah. And there
This is his
are
biker mice
street
from
There are
Mars.
straight up
sharks
street sharks in this.
in this.
Yeah.
This is his biker
So
mice
this
from Mars.
This just lends credence to my theory.
So break this down for us.
Well, the very first thought, when you open the book, the first issue that's about Samaritan dreaming about, flying for fun rather than flying for work. In his dream, he's totally naked. What is like glaringly obviously missing?
He ain't got no pud.
He ain't got no junk. He left his junk at
He's
home.
got
There's no
a
genitals.
Ken doll sort of
It's completely
bulge.
smooth
Yeah,
down
yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's
So he
just-
looks
yeah.
exactly like a Ken doll. And I was like, oh, that's, maybe they just didn't want to draw the business.
Yeah.
But Brent Anderson makes
Booze is
barely
not about
an
the biz.
attempt to like move a knee up in front of the junk. He just clearly draws it,
Right.
Yeah.
but doesn't draw it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
is
He
the
draws
Samaritan a
the
Ken doll?
crotchular region.
Possibly.
Later,
Possibly.
as I'm flipping through
He's a
and
Ken doll.
they're
And
showing,
what do you do with your toys too before you get in it? Like you always make them fly
you
around.
make them fly.
That
And
You
is-
grab them, you make them fly around.
And
all
when
day
he's
long.
talking about how little he gets to fly, like compared to how much he actually has to like work fighting crime and villains, he says, "I went across the world in half a second."
Bullshit.
Okay, even Superman doesn't fly that fast
Bullshit.
because remember how boring Death of Superman was because of all the goddamn flying.
Yeah.
Superheroes
And
don't
punching.
fly that fast. But you know what does? When a kid's playing with toys and their world is
Yeah,
very small,
sure.
a toy could fly.
Because they're locked in a basement.
Right.
They're locked in Alice
Ross's
Ross's
basement.
So yeah, there's just more evidence right there. It's
Right.
all fake.
Right.
But as we're flipping through and introducing some of the other characters on the team is also a character called Beauty. Who does Beauty look exactly like?
I
Barbie.
mentioned it earlier. She looks like a Barbie doll.
She is a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Uh-huh.
What are some of the other toys? Jack in the Box. I mean, we
Yeah, Jack in the
Straight
Box.
up toy.
Jack in the
Jack
Box.
in the Box.
Yeah, he's got a spring release arm thing that
And then there's Cracker Jack, who might not be a toy, but he's definitely a tool.
And that could reference
Yeah.
toys.
There's toys in Cracker
There's
Jack.
toys in
Yeah.
the Cracker Jack boxes.
Yeah, he's the disappointing toy that's in the Cracker Jack box.
The fucking spider ring
And
Yeah.
that nobody wants.
of course,
Oh
you
man,
know,
I got a temporary tattoo of a walrus.
It's not a toy. Can't make this fly. And why is there
I used to
clearly
love
genitals
the
on
temporary
it?
tattoos, though. That was my favorite prize. Of course, everyone's favorite toy soldier is what I almost said. Whoa, was that a Freudian
Toy
slip?
soldier.
Toy
It was,
soldier.
yeah.
Old Soldier is sort of like that amalgamation of toys. When you got a bunch of broken toys and
You
you
just
just
jam
cram
them
them
all
all
together?
together because he's made up of all these different parts. He's got like a
Captain America. He's got like an
arm
Nick
that looks
Fury.
like
Yeah.
it's holding a sword from
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
he's almost
Middle
got like a
Ages,
knight or
like a
something.
knight's arm.
He's got pirate
He's
feet. He's
got like an
the pirate
American
boots. Little
flag
boots.
draped around his shoulder.
He's also got a little bit of like a John Wayne face.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But he has this kind of weird bandage wrapped around his head, like a mummy.
A mummy. I was thinking sort of like a Vietnam soldier coming back from the war kind of thing.
I was thinking more like a Lawrence of Arabia, like he's a Bedouin or something.
That's even cooler. That's even cooler.
The old soldier's got.
He's the coolest dude
But then,
ever.
but then he has all these guns strapped to his torso like a GI Joe.
Yeah.
And, you know, so he's got the sword, he's got the boots, he's got the guns, the flag, the Bedouin head thing, the Captain America arm.
All you've established is that he's seen some shit.
We should post a picture. He's carrying a bayonet.
Oh yeah, he's got the bayonet strapped to his back.
I don't know why the old soldier is not like the only superhero in Astro City. If I was a villain, I wouldn't fucks with this place.
Yeah, seriously. If you saw this dude just posted up at the city limits, just leaning hard against that sign.
Well, apparently he doesn't show up
I'd
all
keep
that
on
often.
moving.
They said they hadn't seen him since 1944.
Whoa.
Before that, in 1918, in 1898, 1863. This guy's been around.
He exists outside of time.
He only shows up when we need him. That's it. Yeah.
But when I first saw him, I immediately thought of the toys from Wizard magazine that people would submit,
Right.
where they would make their own action figures with leftover parts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is Wizard still around? Do they just do cons now? There's no magazine
They just
anymore.
do cons. I haven't seen a Wizard magazine in a while.
But how am I supposed to find out how much my Rocket Raccoon issue 1 is worth?
I need to know how much my magic cards are worth.
Speaking of cards, this is another thing that lends credence to my theory is when the alien guy is looking at his little device where he's like
Stats,
profiling all the heroes.
He's got the stats like the back
Those
of the...
look
like a
exactly
blister
like
pack. Yeah,
stat cards that you see in the back of your G.I. Joe packs or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So
You got to know their durability, their energy projection,
Their intelligence
level, yeah.
speed.
Strength, yeah.
There's a lot of evidence here.
Are there any other ones that you guys noticed? Any obvious toys? It's all on the page, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear, yeah.
Clearly there.
The
that was
Sharkmen are clearly like foot soldiers.
street
like,
sharks.
Yeah, they're just villain,
At one point,
Yeah, they're like-
the heroes bust up a gang called the Menagerie.
Yes.
And they're all like dressed like animals, and I was like, oh, that's like someone's stuffed
It's
animals.
like, yeah.
That's like when your little sister wants to play with you and she brings
That's
a fucking
actually
stuffed
exactly
animal.
what I thought of. I was like, this is
Like-
me and my brother and sister when we were kids.
Get out of here,
playing.
Kimberly.
When when the rare moments that all of us would play together, and my brother would let us bring Barbies over to Castle Grayskull, and all the toys would just like meet in this weird fantasy world where they don't really go together. That's Astro
and Barbie
City.
just towers above He-Man because she's so tall. That's a funny scenario.
I mean, okay, I'm sold. This is obviously true.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's all on the page.
I can see it. Yeah. That's good. I like that. We're on to you, Booze. We know what you're doing.
The boost is loose.
We caught you, Booze.
Look out for that Astro City toy line
yeah, I'm sure it's in the
out
works.
next season.
I'm sure it's in development.
Oh, that's great.
Since 1995.
Hey, I worked in toys. It takes a long time to go from concept to shelf, y'all. Seriously.